Nintendo is suing U.S. government over tariffs. Nintendo of America is suing the United States government over the sweeping tariffs Donald Trump put in place last year. Yeah, this is what like the capital does not. Capital doesn't enjoy tariffs. Capitalist like oligarchs don't enjoy tariffs. Many global imports under Section 122 of Trade Act 1974. 2,000 states are suing over the new tariffs. More than 1,000 companies have also sued the U.S. government for what they are saying of illegal implementation of these tariffs, which includes Costco and FedEx. Nintendo of America lawsuit is largely targeted refunds on previously imposed tariffs that the Supreme Court struck down. The Supreme Court found that Trump could not invoke the International Emergency Economic Powers Act of 1977 to put the tariffs into place. Nintendo of America's lawyers, which are paid millions of dollars, list the U.S. Department of Treasury and the Secretary of Treasury, Scott Bessent, U.S. Department of Homeland Security, and former Secretary of Homeland Security, Christy No. Former Secretary. Office of the United States Trade Representative and U.S. Trade Representative Jameson Greer, U.S. Customs and Border Protection Commissioner Rodney Scott, and the U.S. Department of Commerce and Secretary of Commerce Howard Lutnick. This action concerns defendants' initiation and administration of unlawful trade measures that have to date resulted in the collection of more than $200 billion in tariffs and imports from nearly all countries. Nintendo confirmed to Aftermath that it filed the complaint but has nothing else to share at the topic. The U.S. Court of International Trade has jurisdiction over civil issues relating to customs, international trade law in the country. That's where all these lawsuits are being litigated, where the Customs and Border Protection told a judge that it collected $166 billion in tariffs as of Wednesday. On Wednesday, Judge Richard Easton ruled that the companies are entitled to refunds, but on Friday, Customs and Border Protection said in filing that it can't currently comply with the order to refund tariffs. A system could be operational in 45 days. Yeah, they ain't ever getting their money back. Since February 1st, lawyers write Trump has implemented unlawful executive orders imposing tariffs and imports from a vast swath of countries. The company is asking the court to refund with interest the tariffs it paid. Nintendo standing to sue because it was an importer of record for goods that were subject to IEPA duties. Nintendo manufactures consoles and accessories overseas, mostly in Vietnam and China. Timing of the tariffs was particularly bad for Nintendo, which was gearing to release its Nintendo Switch 2 console when they were announced. The company ended up delaying pre-orders for the anticipated console after the tariffs were announced. Pre-orders... I knew tariffs were gonna backlash. Tariffs are always a backlash. Jesus, the complaint focuses on defendants unlawful. Yeah. The thing is, it's like smaller companies, and not to say Costco and FedEx aren't huge. Well, FedEx is huge, but like Nintendo. Oh my goodness, they're a ginormous corporation. I wonder if they have the entire complaint here. While the operation of court and learning resources did not address issuing refunds, it did confirm the court has executive jurisdiction over challenges to the IEPA duties. And this is all in civil court, not criminal court. So, this is all going to be battled out in lower courts after the Supreme Court said, oh, yeah, terrorists, not good, Trump. Which made Trump very angry, but all this will be decided in lower courts. Has Legal Eagle made a video on this? I know Legal Eagle is pretty up to date, but granted, this happened 2 hours ago. Legal Eagle. Nope. Nothing yet. Oh. Nintendo sues the U.S. government. Yeah, Polygon, ESPN. all like 2 hours ago. I wonder if Polygon has anything specifically. President Trump issued Brazil tariff EO, which, I mean, this is a pretty. Nintendo's lawyers have decades of experience, and they are paid hundreds of millions of dollars. And not a lot of people want to represent the U.S. Now it's their job to. Doesn't mean they got to do a great job at it. This is very good. Very, very, very good. Because this just puts national pressure on the government from capital as well. Nobody likes Trump too. Nobody likes a fascist authoritarian government. Not capital, not the people it represents or claims to represent. No one enjoys Trump too. And it is painfully obvious that it's unpopular. And additionally, like, on top of everything, the White House, because I know yesterday the White House tweeted this with Poketopia. Twitter, can you please fucking load? White House. Oh, the White House is live? What are they fucking live with? Presbyterian Saving Colleges Sports Roundtable. What the fuck? We'll have to take a look at that. Get out of here. Oh shit, here we go again. I know the White House did a Poketopia tweet. Oh, I wonder if they took it down since the lawsuit. It'd be very funny if they took it down since the lawsuit. That's very funny. I wonder what 14-year-old is running the U.S. White House Twitter account. Also, Costco sues U.S. government. I wonder, I need to see, because it's not saying how much they're going to be refunding or suing to refund, but company said in filing Friday seeking a full refund under the act paid as a result of Donald Trump's executive order that imposed what he called reciprocal tariffs. In May, Costco's earning call CFO Gary Minshew told investors about a third of Costco's sales in the U.S. are imported products. Miller Chip said items imported from China represented about 8% of total U.S. sales. Tariffs on imports for some fresh food items, Central South America decided not to increase prices because they are key staple items for customers. Costco is such a weird company because they're so evil, but also not at sometimes. And at the end of the day, it's all capital. But yeah, all these lawsuits to the U.S. government are going to be really, 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 really damaging for the U.S. and the Trump admin. Wow, that scared the shit out of me. Yeah, I'm not seeing the Poketopia tweet. That's very funny. Oh, nope, there it is. Make America Great Again. Yeah, people weren't happy with this. People weren't. I genuinely, I got to know what 4-year-old or like 14-year-old runs this account. Got to meet the guy. Tell him, like, what are you doing, man? Can never put that, never put that on an application. Struggling rent, better piss off another gaming company with IP theft. True!